Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this Tuesday's thought for the day. Um, Not so bright and shiny this morning, but perhaps that reflects how some of us feel. At the beginning of this 4 weeks of Advent, when we sort of chose carols or songs that we were going to think about as we led up to Christmas, I've chosen my four with a golden thread going through them, I thought. And of course, today's choice was going to follow on quite nicely from last week's Roman candles and shining light. But of course, with what's happened over the last few days, I sort of looked at the title and thought, really? Joyful, joyful, those first two words. I'm sure that's probably something that many of us are not feeling at the moment. But, you know, God is so gracious that he takes us into a deeper meaning, and he strips away much of all the constraints that go around us. And one of the things he gave me while I was thinking about today was a scene from Sister Act 2, where you have a group of children in this school where Whoopi Goldberg has gone in as a street singer. She's pretending to be a nun, she's pretending to be a music teacher, but she comes across this group of kids that are sort of put on the sideline. They're not really thought that they're going to be much about them, but they can sing. And they eventually work their way through till they come into a singing contest. And of course, one of these big glamorous affairs where they all go there, everyone has these lovely robes that they wear, and all these choirs are singing all posh and all smart and everything else. And her kids get up there in their rather dishevelled robes and start to sing. Joyful, joyful. And that is literally how it comes across, this, are we really joyful? And then all of a sudden, like that, they take off their robes, and joyful, joyful, weirdly comes out in this most beautiful way. They drop the restraints of what was expected of them. They were expected to be young people that went forth like this, but they dropped those constraints and the restraints that put them on there. And I think in some sense, this is what's happening to us this Christmas. We have these constraints, don't we, that Christmas has to be celebrated in a certain way. Well, the unfortunate circumstances that we find ourselves in have actually said, come on, no, let us go back 2,000 plus years and let us just peek in on what was happening in that stable. Here we have this joyful collection of people that have come together to adore this tiny infant that has been born to us. God of glory, Lord of love, hearts unfold like flowers before thee, opening to the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness. And this line, I think, is very important. Drive the dark of doubt away. Drive the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with the light of day. And then we've got a lovely chorus, rejoice, rejoice, our God is here with us. Emmanuel, our God is still with us. All thy works with joy surround thee. Earth and heaven reflect thy rays. Stars and angels sing around thee. Centre of unbroken praise. Ever singing, march we onward, victors in the midst of strife. Joyful music lead us onward in the triumph song of life. And there is so much in there, so much about how we can, in a different form of constraint, I suppose, not the constraint of what we are expected to do with the Christmas tree and the parcels underneath and the big turkey, this, that and the other, but to go back to the beginning, to kneel before our God, to ask for his protection, to celebrate the birth of his Son, and to give thanks for what we do have, to think about those that don't have what we have. And if we ever needed a reminder that Jesus was born in a stable, born into poverty, he became an immigrant, a refugee, and was persecuted through most of his life. But he never, ever stopped loving us. Because we are part of him, he is part of us. And so this Christmastide, yes, it's different. Yes, we're not going to be able to be with our friends and our families as many of us would like to be. But let us give thanks for what we do have. Let us offer our hearts to God and be at peace with one another. So my prayer for you this Tuesday, I'm always running away with myself already, but my prayer for you is please be safe, be very safe. Know that you are loved. There is hope in every day we move forward. Look forward. Please have as blessed a Christmas as you can have. And I hope to see you in the new year. Love and blessings. Amen.